Hi Leo, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love lives or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Leos, welcome to your 2021-22 annual horoscope. We have yet another very interesting year. The main aspect for 2021 is a square that is between Uranus, that is there in Taurus, and then we have Saturn, that is there in Capricorn. Now, Uranus carries on transiting Taurus till about 2025. There's still a couple of more years. And Uranus is known as the great awakener. He's a wild boy of astrology. He tends to bring about a lot of chaos, unpredictability about it himself, and he also brings about a lot of innovation. Uranus rules the internet, so anything that is unpredictable, anything that is sudden, hence things going viral, or whether there are new vaccines that get invented, or a lot of creativity, new technology, whether it is even adapting and adopting more to the digital currencies, whether it is cryptocurrencies, whether it is the digital wallet, everything that has to do with newer technology, more efficient way of operating is going to be the new norm. Now, up against is the Saturnian energy, the square with which Uranus is transiting, and this is all about it's about rigidity, it's about limitations, it's about structure. So the what globally we can expect is that a lot of people rising up and raising their voices, whether it is against racism, whether it is against injustices as far as your pay parity is concerned, as far as gender equality is concerned, as far as patriarchy is concerned. So there can be a lot of unrest that is there. We can also expect some amount of earth events, whether they are in the form of tsunamis or they are in the form of earthquakes. Or it can also indicate a lot of general unrest, wherein that you're rebelling against the authority, or it can be government. So for example, government increases more of its control, and it has heavier taxes are there, or there is say reduction in the pension norms that are there. Maybe the EMIs get more dear. So there is this entire indication with the Uranus and Saturn square that is indicating that there could be some amount of a unrest that is there. This is also a time of great transformation, because anything that changes at a larger level, it's a time wherein that we are forced to break out of our old habits and adopt, or try and implement the new changes. So it's a deconstruction of the old, and it's bringing about the new. So anything that has become stagnant, anything that does not serve its purpose, is going to have to give way. Now, Saturn also triggers a crisis in the consciousness, and it can shatter your previous belief notions you may have held very dearly. And since the square is there in both the fixed signs, it speaks about an unwillingness on either side to let go. Hence, the tussle could be there quite intense. And this specifically is there from the period of February to July, is the time when it really peaks up specifically. For you, Leos, it is. Aspecting for you, Uranus has been there in your house of work. I'll talk about that more in detail. I'll break down the year for you. So on the 7th of January, we have Mars that is moving from your house of career, and it is joining Uranus, that it is there. It's been transiting for the last couple of years. So it's going to be giving you a forward momentum. Now, a lot of you will find, and you have been experiencing this, Leos, for the last couple of years, and this carries on for you till about 2025, that there is generally an unpredictability around your work. Now, either the organization that you join is, it seems really nice and wonderful, but the moment you join, you realize that some laws around it have changed, or the management changes, or maybe certain rules change around it, wherein that it can't operate any longer in the country that you're in, or the product that you are dealing with at work, sort of that comes under some legal scrutiny. So all of this is going to be bringing about a lot of unpredictability, chaos to your work. You do not know whether you're coming or you're going, or whether this stays or where does it go. It is also a time wherein that you are asked to be really creative. So it does not mean that if there is a chaos around the work, or there is certain unpredictability that you're supposed to be shutting shop. It's just a time where you're being pushed to be more creative. You're being asked to look at alternate ways as to how it is that you can maybe operate in your organization, or maybe sell your product, or maybe market your product. What is it more that you do that can, in the current environment, maybe there's a legality around it, that you operate, or that you market or you sell. We also have Saturn that is there in Aquarius, and it is transiting in your house of marriage, and this is also a house of partnership, both business as well as personal. So Saturn is going to be bringing about its lessons in relationships, as to how it is that you uh, deal with people who are closest to you, how it is that you are with people with whom you do business with. Is there a sense of fairness that is there? Do you feel limited in your relationship? Is there something about your relationships, about your marriage perhaps, that you find extremely confining, or do you find your marriage overall extremely confining? For some of you, it could mean that there are commitment issues, that you are, especially in a personal relationship, that you're absolutely, sort of refusing to commit. For some of you, it could mean that the marriage in itself seems like a burden. It seems like a huge commitment to which that you cannot commit to. In business partnerships, however, it speaks of a time where you could find maybe dealing with partners very frustrating. You could find that people are, either your business has just stagnated, or the people that you're dealing with are just refusing to budge. There is just this very limited space in which that you are operating. And Saturn also comes, this transit it's more like a lesson. There's something that you need to be learning from this, Leo. So you really need to understand and see as to what is it that you need to be imbibing, what is it that you need to be learning from this. On May the 15th, we have Jupiter that moves to the house of joint finances, and you have Neptune over there. So, this also speaks about your partner's income. It could be that you're looking at your partner, maybe you've placed your partner on a pedestal, that you're looking at them with really rose colored glasses. It could also be that for some of you, you're really looking for, you're really idolizing a partner, or you're looking for an idyllic partner and saying that, oh, this is how the perfect person, which does not exist, should be. Uh, Jupiter also is going to be increasing its effect on whether it has to do with taxes or loans. So you could find yourself a bit sort of overwhelmed with maybe some legal work, maybe some contracts that you're doing. It could mean that, maybe you're having to visit the court, maybe you're seeking another legal opinion. It could also be that you're looking at the taxes, and you're looking at to how it is best that you need to be investing your money, and how it is that you need to be taking care of your loans. On July 28th, we have Jupiter that again moves back to your house of joint finances, and it's there till the rest of the year. And this is again speaking about a time to be having a look at your joint finances. This also speaks about a time that you need to be investing in things that could be bothering you at a psychological level. This also speaks about maybe a time where if there have been certain issues as far as intimacy is concerned, as far as sexuality is concerned, then maybe you need to be meeting with a counselor during this time, or maybe speaking to a friend. On May 29th, we have a lunar eclipse that is there in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. So, some good news, something maybe that has to do with publishing, something that has to do with a project. It also concerns maybe a love affair that is coming to an end. For some of you, it may mean that now you're taking that specific love affair into, you're culminating it into a marriage. So you decide to get married to someone with whom you may have been seeing for a long time. This house also rules children, so it can be that something to do, children become a source of joy and they give you a lot of happiness. June 10th, we have a beautiful solar eclipse in the house of friendships, and this speaks about a time where you will be connecting with people who are like-minded, people who are your tribe, people with whom you share similar goals, similar desires, people with whom you have a similar outlook in life. This is also an aspect which speaks about of shedding of the old and embracing the new. So a lot of you could be letting go of not like literally going and telling them, but it could just be a general fading off of people who no longer add any value to your life, or who you may have outgrown. So you could find yourself moving into or moving with completely another section of people, with whom you can relate more, with whom you feel that maybe they're people whom you travel with, people who enjoy the same passions that you do. So you would find yourself connecting with them more. Around November 19th, we have a lunar eclipse that is there in your house of work. And December 4th, we have a new moon that is there in your house of relationships. So a great aspect. So I think by end of 2021, a lot of you could be changing your jobs. You could stop doing whatever it is that you're working on right now. You may move to another job, another role, change organization. Some of you, it's also indicated that you can even change the place where you're living currently. In some cases, some of you, if you have been thinking about starting your own organization or your own company, you could collaborate with someone and get into a startup, and you could start your own work as well. It's also towards end of the year, also speaks about a new romance. Maybe something has been there on the cards for a long time, but so you may sort of make it official. You may start going steady. You may start seeing this person quite seriously. Throughout 2021, we have Mercury retrograde. Yes, how can we escape Mercury retrograde? And it's there in all the air signs. So, again, anything around communication, anything around spoken or written, technology backups, glitches, all of that needs to be paid a lot of attention to. So ensure that you have your backups as far as your work is concerned. Ensure that you have your traveling with an extra power cord, or for all the vloggers, all that hard work that goes in. Ensure that you have sort of spare batteries, and then you're remembering to save the work that you record. So the year has its own intensity with the Uranus and the Saturn square pretty much overall, but I think we are really being asked to choose on what is it that we need to follow, whether it is freedom, whether it is living under authority. And of course, both of them are equally important to have a correct balance in life. Without structure, people would just go rogue, and with all the structure, I guess it would be a life in a prison. So the balance, moderation is what is really being asked of us. What is it that we choose, and we choose wisely. That if there are challenges in life, we ensure, or we keep that in mind, that it is just a phase. Or if there are limitations that are there, that we learn to figure out a solution and work around them, rather than just get completely frustrated and just have a meltdown. Similarly, for those who completely believe in operating with structure, with absolute discipline, and saying, there is no other way, if it's not my way, it is a highway, uh, we are being asked to be more adaptable, to be more flexible, to look at the other person's perspective as well. So here's wishing you a fantastic another roller coaster 2021. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.